everyone, this is Cindy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a quick bag review. In today's bag review video, I'll take you through where I got this bag and the story behind it. I'm going to do a quick unboxing of the bag. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe because I do regular bag reviews and my daily OOTDs and plus shoes and jewelry and all fashion related content on my channel. And also I'll take you through the specs, the weight, and how I used it, because I did use it, and so I can talk about it to you, and also what can be fitted into the bag. Plus, there is a bonus. I found a different way of wearing this bag and to make this bag even more roomy. So watch to the end for that bonus tip. And over the years, I've collected a few bags from luxury designer brands. In the past couple of years, I have been exploring mid-luxury brands that they not only have a great artisanal, well made, and also they're very modern and the craftsmanship is superb. The price is very budget friendly, so I have been keeping my eyes open to find these little gems. So whenever I come across one, I will do an unboxing and review the bag, and I'll reintroduce the brand to you. The bag that I found today is from a mid-luxury brand. This is the first time that I've came across of them, and I've never heard of this brand before. But this is a bag that I've discovered in Selfridges when I went in there at the beginning of October. I had walked around on the ground floor and just taking photos of a few bags, and then I came across this brand, and I was chatting to the shop assistant there, and then this lady came over. She's the CEO of the brand, and she told me that this is the second day they started the concession in Selfridges. She showed me her belt and introduced me to the different styles. Once I started to see their products, and I thought, oh wow, these bags are so well made, and the style really caught my eyes, and the artisans are intricate and so beautifully done. The details are just like impeccable. The bag I'm going to review today is from a brand that I've never heard of until I saw them at Selfridges about a month ago. And once I started to have a closer inspection of their bags, and I was just thinking, oh wow, these bags are super well made. And there's one particular bag that caught my eye and it came home with me. And so this is the bag I'm going to review today. So it's from Selfridges. The brand is called AMANU, A-M-A-N-U. Just black presentation box with some black tissues. And there's a little canvas dust bag, and with a little bag below, as in there is this little booklet, tells you the story of the brand, the artisans, the material, and the products. So to open it, I mean the bag, the little dust bag looks quite cute with this just original natural coloured cloth, and with this AMANU little leather tag sewn on it with two sides, with one just clot of stitches. So ta-da-da, here is the bag. The bag is in that burgundy colour and with gold hardware and with this little handle, and they call this oxblood colour on the side of the box. So here I'm showing you the details of the bag. My checklist when I buy a bag is that I look at the use of a material and the structure, and the overall look is very important, and the craftsmanship, and also pricing, because pricing is a very, very, very important bit when you buy a mid-luxury bag. And for example, if you buy a bag from a mid-luxury brand, but the main focus is making clothes, and therefore the leather work is not going to be as important as their clothing lines, because they're a clothing company. Bags and accessories, just one of their materials on offer. But however, AMANU is a proper leather brand that they only produce shoes, bags, and leather belts, plus a few pieces of jewelry, and you can have a look on their website. So this is something like, you know, like Louis Vuitton and or Hermes. Before they start to make clothes and everything, they were a proper leather artisan company. AMANU, in my opinion, is very similar, that their main focus is on bags, and same as Manu Atelier, because Manu Atelier, all they do is just bags. They do not do clothing, because I always value this sort of brand very much. Same as my favorite Etta bag, because all they do is just leather bags. In that case, when they make a bag, and the bag quality is going to be super. The name of the bag is called the Zambia bag. They have a few different colors. They have the cream color, off-white, smooth snapper leather. They have a black one. They have a brown suede one. As I have brown, black bags, and I'm not looking for a cream bag at the moment, so this one particularly caught my eye. So this is the one that came home with me. And you can see the bag is woven leather, and this is all Italian leather, Italian craftsmanship, brass hardware here. This is handmade by artisans in South Africa. Inside of the bag, just some tissues. You can see there's no lining because of the nature of the bag. You can see that is woven, just basically this one sheet of material of woven leather, and then on the bottom there is this AMANU. On the closure bit, they just magnetic closure, push one side down and then just flaps it over. There's no zip, but it's pretty secure because you know once the bag is being tied together. So how do you carry this bag? But you carry the bag with this loop going into the gold hardware. So it become a bag like this shape. They call them Chinese fortune cookie shape, which is really like a Chinese fortune cookie. You know, so cute and so sweet. And this bag can be worn like more of an evening bag, if I say like this shape, because it's sort of like a party bag, but I really like it, as I've used this already and a few times, and I really fell in love with this bag. They're just such a great little bag that I found another way to play with it. And with the craftsmanship, this is so impeccable, and the whole handle everywhere, this is all woven Italian leather with this intricate woven technique. You know, Italian woven skills is really made famous by Bottega Veneta, and this one you can see on the back side is not the back of the bare skin, and one side is smooth, but this is back and front is proper leather. That's why it has no lining. And this bag is just very light. It only weighs 480 grams. You're thinking this is all really thick leather threads being woven together for this bag, and plus the brass hardware there. So only weighs 480 grams. And for the size, the width is about 23 centimeters, and the height I would say is 16 centimeters, and the bottom, the depth is about 8 centimeters. The length of the handle is about 19 centimeters, and the width of the brass here 3 centimeters. So these are the specs of the bag, and it's quite petite. And if I compare this bag with my Etta bag, you can see that it is slightly smaller, but because this is a structured bag and this is a slouchy bag, so the vibe are different, but the size are very similar, because this one has a width, because the width is being sculpted into the bag, but you can see this one is a pretty flat bag. Therefore, if I put things into the slouchy one, the capacity would become very similar, just to give you a quicker comparison. And next, let's talk about price. This bag I paid 780 GBP. because the website is in US dollars, is 845 US dollars. I think in the UK, the retail price is a little bit more. And also, you can find this, I think, on Net-a-Porter, My Teresa. But for the smooth leather version is much cheaper. I think it's about £600. It's around £600. This one is more expensive because of the material. To make this into this, sheets of woven material, the whole bag being woven in this top quality leather, plus the size and the handle, it would use far more leather than just like one sheet of leather front and back. Even they put leather linings inside, but this is going to be really, really costly to make other than just one sheet of leather. So that's why I understand it. But still, 780 for this bag, I think is still super reasonable, in my opinion anyway, because you know that how much the little Jodie mini sells. The little mini Jodie is about, so it's £1,200. This is more than £400 cheaper, and I think this is a great little looking bag. So watch till the end. I'm going to show you there's a different way to using the bag and to change the bag to make the bag even more roomy. And next, I'm going to show you what can be fitted into the bag. I have some things that I usually take with me in my bag, but for this one, I'm not going to put this into a pouch, because usually if I use my bigger bags, I just put them into a pouch. But however, for this, I'm just going to put them into the bag directly so you can see. First, and I have this little red lipstick case, Hermes Calvidure card holder, Hermes pouch going in. Can't remember the name, sorry. And you can see that my little leather goods, I always love them with a color, because most of my bags are not colored. So if I get really similar, darker colored, small leather goods, I can't find them. With these brighter colored ones, I always can see them quite easy. Next is bag hanging thing, and it's so cute. Then my inhaler, the little pill box, and my Hermes hanky. This is something that I started to use hankies since I've been back from Japan last year, and I just found it is quite handy. Sometimes if you go to a public toilet, there's nowhere to dry your hands, and because I don't like those machines, so I always can use the hanky to dry my hands. And then a little bit of tissue, sunglasses. You can see it filled up quite a bit. Close the bag like this and then fold it onto it. Have this bit go over the golden ring. Voila. So you can see this is the fortune cookie. And without changing the facade of the bag, I'm going to show you next how to maximize the capacity of this bag and also change the look of this bag a little bit. So do you like this? I think this is so cute. It's like an evening bag during the day. You can see on the screen that I take some photos for you. Just me carrying this bag. And I think it's so cute with the gold and the burgundy color. It looks super nice together. And you can see that the hardware is super shiny. And the next, I'm going to show you a bonus way of how to maximize the capacity of this bag. Change the overall look. Watch me, okay? Still with everything in there, I'm going to put a fan into it. And also I'm going to put this Louis Vuitton sunglasses pouch into it. So there's one extra pouch and one extra fan. It closes really well, even though you can see it's right to the brim. And next, watch carefully girls, and is that I'm going to make it into a bag so I can carry it like this. You can see a top handle bag. Okay, how do you do that? It's easy. So all you need, if you have a bangle, gold preferably, gold bangle. So I have this one from Kate Spade. Many years ago I got from the Covent Garden store. If any of you know there was a Covent Garden store from Kate Spade, this is like I got it from there. I mean, look the quality. It's still lovely and shining. It's so gold. It hasn't been tarnished at all. Really great quality. So I still wear it with my stack. So okay, don't derail Cindy. Let's come back with you showing you how to customize this bag with a different look. So you can see that the handle is pushed through the gold hardware, and then I open the bangle I mean, you can use any bangle you have, but as long as your bangle is bigger than the size of the ring. I think some of you by now, you probably know where I'm going to go with this. Have that, the flat side, and go through. Can you see? Flat side. See the flat side there? And going through it over. And then you just close the bangle as usual. So now the bangle, it sits on the side of the bag, and this is the front of the bag. So when you push the handle here, so the bangle stops it to go through the gold ring, and therefore you got a new bag. And then carrying it like this. And most of my photos when I'm out about, I carry it like this. You can see it goes through my arm quite well. It can go through my elbow and handheld. I think it's so cute. In big enough to have the hand or the arm to go through it and handheld, but it doesn't really change the look. But yeah, I think it looks so nice like this. Do you like my bonus tip to make the bag looking like this? Like this, you can see it doesn't really change the look of the bag. It doesn't cheapen it because the gold and brass and is very similar in a similar tone. So therefore, there's no difference. Or you can hold it like this if you want to, but I didn't do that. But I just let it rest on the side and then hold it like this. This is what I've done. I hope you like it. So that's the end of the video today. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing, me taking through about the quality of the bag and the specs, the weight and the price, and how many things or what can be fitted into the bag and different ways of using the bag, plus the bonus tip that how to customize it with a bangle to giving it a new look. And so you got one bag but two looks. It's completely different. That's today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, because I do regular bag reviews and my daily OOTDs and plus shoes and jewelry and all fashion related content on my channel. So I hope you pop back in to watch my videos. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate your support. Without your support, it's meaningless for me to just sit here talking to myself to the camera. And I love to hear from you, and please leave a comment and share your opinion or whatever, just a chat. Just say, oh, you know, I have something similar to that, and that's a good tip or such as something. I love you guys leave a comment and talk to me when I upload a video. And also, if you are in the UK while you are out about, don't forget to support the Royal British Legion. If you are out about in your own region or in London, they're usually gathering around big stations or tube stations or major sites and or train stations, and then they're usually having guys from the service selling poppies. They're not selling poppies, but you know, you make a donation, however big or however small, they will give you a little pin or a little poppy or you know something. And I got this one for myself, and they said, oh, choose one, so I chose this one. It's such a beautiful little poppy, got a little diamond K in the middle, and there's the silver around it. It's very pretty, but it's not because the pin is pretty, but you're supporting a great organization, the Royal British Legion. Support the servicemen, because our ancestors and the people during the war sacrificed their life for us to live in a peaceful time like now. So it's just something that to show our appreciation only once a year. And so yes, if you do, it's really great. And again, this is not sponsored, and I just love to give them a shout out, because that's the right time of the year. Enough waffling. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Until my next one, I see you in my next video. Bye.